Alright, so here's my Sonic Model 600. I got lucky and found it on eBay used. It was new in the box. Yeah, so I put all my stickers on it that I got with all my purchases from Race Day Quads and Get FPV, and I put the stickers on there. I did have a no-name GPS that didn't work, so I just used a BN220 GPS that I got off one of my drones until they reimbursed me. I usually don't fly my drones that much, so yeah. Top comes off completely. This one thing is different, no wires attached. I have a really tiny, I forget what was that, what is that, a Cobra? I don't know what the camera is, but it's got a snake on it. It's a really tiny camera on the drone. And it's got a Maytech WTE flight controller, servos here, made it to where everything can just disconnect, take off the tape, and the wings just pop off so I can throw it all in my backpack. I got my Crossfire receiver right here. I kept the receiver wires really short. I got the antenna glued up to here so I still can put my top on there. Yeah, ESC is on the bottom. I always do that so it keeps cool. That silver spot, I cut the shrink wrap from the ESC so that it shows the metal plate. I don't see why they put shrink wrap around the metal plate if it's meant to cool the ESC. That actually allows the heat to dissipate better. It's my little race trick. Got a new SpeedX 2107.5. That's the bell housing size, but it's 2450 kV. This was like the motor that I had on it originally, I believe. This is just a V2, that's all I could find, and I'm hoping it gets me some speed. It is a smaller bell housing than the white one. The white one back over there on the wall. That one's using like a... What was that one on the wall? The other one on the wall was like a 2306.5. 2550 kV, so it's like 100 more kV but a bigger bell housing, and on the other one. But anyways, this one, that's what we're running. Same ESC though, 40 amp SOD ESC, because they work great. This video transmitter came off of my Emax 6S, and I liked it a lot. It does really good video output, and I think it's only like, I don't know what the milliwatt output is. It just does really good. I also did unlock it. All you gotta do is hold the button down when the button was there. The button's gone. The button broke off. I mean, this little like rubber button's gone. Yeah. If I did plug in the smart wire, whatever it is, I could change it through the flight controller, but the video transmitter is already set to highest output, and it's unlocked on the hand license, so I can use the highest frequency. Anyways, works great. I did use a little 7.6 volt Beck right here that's running off of the battery leads straight off the board. To power up the camera itself, I don't like to use the camera wire, or at least the camera, because this is battery voltage, which is like 16 volts. I don't want to use that for the camera, and I didn't want to use a 5 volt from here or anywhere else, so I just ran it straight from the battery lead, straight from where the battery gets its power to the board, to a Beck, and that's what worked great for me before on my drone, so I don't get static in the video. If you usually use like your power wire from the board to power your camera, or any 5 volt, usually get static through the camera lens. It's just the ESC and drawing power from the board. I also did add a capacitor for that, just a little 25 volt capacitor. This thing is only going to be on 4S, so yeah, 16.8 volts, so it's fine with the little 25 volt little cap. That's the only kind of cap I had. Usually I use like 35 volts. caps, bigger caps, but that's all I had. Again, the cap is straight from like a battery lead back, kind of like just stuck everything nicely back there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Crossfire receiver, video transmitter, camera, back, battery lead, capacitor, GPS, ESC. Yeah, I tried to make it as clean as possible. I had to have the controller transmitter right here. It couldn't be near the wings, or otherwise you get a little bit of skitter scatter. Just the frequency made them make sounds, but right here, no sounds, no nothing, no interference. Can't wait to rip it. Well, if I want to keep the antenna over here for my video, way over on the wing, that or I'll show you. That or I could put it through the nose. Just gotta remember when I pull my lid off, not to pull too hard with the antenna on, so I can pull out this wire on accident. Make it look like a unicorn. You can run it like that. It's just an idea, or push it in there some. Cock it back, even that was fine with me too. That's what I'm going for. And then these all slide off, wings slide off. Yep. Hoping for 110. And they made a battery. This was like a 6S battery. Can't remember, maybe it was a 4S battery. I think this was a 6S battery. And I made a 3S battery and a 2S battery because one of the cells were bad. I think it was a 5S at one point, but I didn't use anything for 5S, so I just turned it into a 3S. This is what I'm going to use for my drone. So homemade battery, homemade drone. And I did try this battery on my bigger, heavier base drone, and it got off the ground and flew fine. I don't believe I'll get as much flight time, but it should. I mean, I'm carrying less battery weight. I mean, a 4S fat battery versus a 3S light battery, I should be around the same time, just less speed. So I won't have the pure raw voltage power. But this fits in there with the top. Everything fits nice on this drone. I tried to make it fit nice, sleek, so I could just go somewhere and fly, no tape. Get in and get out. That was the idea.